Hi, Andy Unlimited Powers. Here we are.
Hey, where are we?
And we didn't even plan the symbiosis in ensembles, but we have similar green and similar gray.
Hey, man.
And we're bespectacled, and we both have guitars. That is so unusual.
That's the name of our next record, Green and Gray.
Green and Gray.
We're good.
We're going to record a record, and it's going to meld people's minds.
All right.
That's the goal, anyway. And we're going to do it in California, because I got to tell you, Andy, the weather out here is much more conducive to human life than in Wisconsin. I got to just tell you.
That's why you're coming to my house. We'll record at my place.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Especially, it's got to be in the darkest depths of winter, though, because that's when...
Which is now.
It's
bright and sunny outside. I got good surf the day before yesterday. Things are good.
It's glorious.
Yeah.
I got to be honest. It's glorious.
It is.
I don't think it would ever get old. The sunshine.
No, I grew up here. And I'll tell you that I still appreciate it.
Let me tell you something that you would not appreciate is black ice. When you get outside of the house in the morning and you're walking, it's going to be a great day. I've had some coffee. Next thing you know, you're on your back. You're in pain. Limbs are hurting. It ain't right.
Okay, black ice here is black coffee poured over crushed ice. It's delicious.
Yes, see? It's a kinder, gentler black ice.
Yeah, it is.
You know what? You've been showing me some of these unbelievably good guitars that you've come up with. Every year, there's something else you're doing. Doggone it, Andy.
Well, here's the thing. Quick story with these guitars. These are actually several years in the making.
Okay.
Because after we relaunched the 800 series guitars a couple of years ago, I guess it was Winter NAMM in 2014. Okay. A couple of weeks go by, week goes by, 2 weeks goes by, and I'm back in the workshop, nearly depressed. Because I'm going, okay, well, we just threw everything at these guitars.
Right.
Like everything that we could do. And now what? I'm not dead yet, so I want to do a better job than we just did. We got to think of something.
Right.
And I ended up, through a series of events, I realized, well, maybe we just ought to destroy the entire thing and conceptually remake the guitar. Take out all the things that we had initially assumed about a guitar, the way it should be built, the way it should be structured, the sounds that we can expect out of it. Let's just go back farther and start again. So, mostly through a series of good and bad surf days.
Good and bad surf days.
I came up with this idea that went, wow, this would make a lot of sense. This is a guitar that takes into mind the way that we've built instruments in the last 100 years. So solid body electric guitars, modern arch tops, mandolins, computer-generated sounds, synthesizers, organs, all this stuff. You realize, man, recorded music didn't even exist when conventional guitars we know of were designed.
Right.
Boy, musicians now are asking a lot from their guitars that we didn't have to put up with then. So why are we building the same guitar? So I designed these new guitars that have no real compromise between the length of the note that you could play, the volume,
intonation,
the projection. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing. Originally, I was trying to figure out, well, there's this compromise between stiffness and the sustain that you get from that, and flexibility and the volume that you can get from that. So I figured out a way how to build this guitar. I went, wow, I get both of these. This is great. I got halfway through building this first guitar and went, oh my gosh, what have I done? These parts are actually going to do what I think they're going to do. That means that I could change the projection of the guitar. I could change the intonation without ever touching the string compensation or the saddle or bridge or anything like that. It's like a whole different world for us now.
Well, when you were sustaining those notes and then you were playing those chords in the upper register and everything was...
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's freaky.
I mean, you could play a single note, like this is a traditionally weak note on a guitar, that E natural.
Yep.
It'll be there as long as I want to wait for it.
Which is delightful.
You know, you play things like this over 4.5 octaves, and every note is in tune. It's like beatless and beautiful. Man, this is it opens up a lot of new territory for a guitar player.
Absolutely.
You know, every bit of harmony, all the weird extended voicings, like instead of voicing a major 7 like that, you might put the D sharp right next to E natural.
And you can do it without having to worry, oh, that might not be in tune. I think I'll have to...
Yeah, there's no weird sourness. There's nothing like that. And what's unbelievable is it's all done with treating the guitar as a translator. Traditionally, guitar bodies, they're not good translators for the stuff that goes on our strings.
So this construction is available on what models now? Is this
It'll start as the presentation series in 914, the Arcoa series, and this, what we call the Builder's Edition. It's like a director's cut sort of a thing. So this one's got a little extra cool factor put into it. So it's got this,
like you showed me.
Yeah, it's got this hipster cutaway that allows you to get all the way to the end of the fingerboard and still get your thumb around the neck. It's a different finish, so I don't squeak on it when I'm sweating.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So there's a lot of interesting things with that.
Awesome. Well, let's jam on them.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Ballad.
Oh, you want to do the Metersy thing we were doing?
Yeah, play it. Sissy Strut, right?
Let's do it. You head it off.
1, 2, 3.
Like that. Awesome. Great playing as usual.
Oh, thank you.
Good, clean fun.
Waking it up in the morning. That's a good way to do it.
It is indeed. Well, anything else you want to just share with us about what's new for Taylor, what's new for you in 2018? Anything exciting you want to share?
There's all kinds of stuff. This NAMM show in particular feels like kind of the end of one era and the beginning of another. Because what we realized with these guitars, man, we got to the the last page and realized this wasn't the last page in the book. This was the last page of chapter 1.
Uh-huh.
We cross over into the first page of chapter 2, and boy, there is a lot of cool stuff coming.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you know, as usual, the Wildwood team and myself in particular really appreciate you taking the time to hang with us and being gregarious and hospitable. And maybe let's just do a little shuffle to take the kids out.
Sure.
The key of it. I'll do a little shuffle thing, and you rock on.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you so much. A pleasure as usual. Andy Powers, ladies and gentlemen. Gregory Koch here from beautiful NAMM 2018 in the Taylor layer for Wildwood Guitars. We'll see you cats later.